Kia ora, my name is Sonya and I'm going to read you a story written by Arconnehi Paipper and illustrated by Sophie Blocker called Tuna and Pātiki, Two Fishy Friends of Ngāruiroto Awa. The dedication on the first piece says that this is a story about the plight of our awa, Ngāruiroto moko tuararo ki rangatira, that journeys past out marae kohu Pātiki on the east coast of the North Island of New Zealand towards the Great Pacific Ocean. This story reveals the hardships that Pātiki, tuna, and many other freshwater fish try to survive in today. These conditions are caused by man, who has overlooked the ageless practice of guardianship. Dedicated to my dad, Wiremu Teo Paipper, Banjo, and all my nannies, grandfathers, uncles and aunties, who demonstrated that the right care and respect of our rivers and lands could yield unimaginable sources of a sustainable food supply, resulting in an abundance of health and well-being for every generation, and for the generations yet unborn. May our young generations learn and embrace guardianship into their world of tomorrow. Along the lower estuary of Ngāruiroto River, on the North Island of New Zealand, lived two fishy friends. Pātiki, a black flounder, who came from the flatfish people, had two eyes on the side of his face, so he could see everything around him. He could even see the bright blue sky. There was a great mystery surrounding Pātiki's birth. No one knows where he came from or how far. Pātiki had a resourceful tail, and when he wanted to hide from anyone, even tuna, all he had to do was flick his tail in the muddy river bottom, and a cloud would cover him like a veil. He loved to swim close to the bottom of the river to eat mollusks and whitebait when they were in season, and many varieties of insects. Pātiki was also famous. An important place was named after him because his kind fed all the people who came to visit there. This place is called Kohu Pātiki, and they honour Pātiki very much. His dear friend Tuna had a beautiful body, long and sleek, and she could swim ever so gracefully because she had a beautiful long fin down her back. She could slither across the land, climb waterfalls, and race through the drains. Her kind is only found in New Zealand. Her eyes are on either side of her head, so she could see everything. Tuna also had sensors near her mouth that allowed her to feel movement in front of her, and she was gifted with an amazing sense of smell. Her favourite foods were insects and a small variety of fish and koura. Tuna began her life as a small larvae drifting towards New Zealand over many months, all the way from central Polynesia near Tonga, an island in the Pacific Ocean. When Tuna is an adult, she will return to the same place she was born. She could even be 100 years old when she makes the great journey back. Tuna is much loved by the people of Kohu Pātiki because her kind feeds the people, especially when many visitors come to stay on important occasions, like when someone dies and goes on the return journey to a place that many ancestors have gone. Also weddings, birthdays, and other celebrations. Tuna and Pātiki's favourite game was to play hide and seek in the river along the river rocks and shingle beds, especially under the tree boughs that overhung the river's edge. It was a wonderful shadowy place to hide, and the water was cool and protected them from the high sun at noon. Pātiki and Tuna made friends with some children that lived at Kohu Pātiki. Their names were Madison, Manaki, and Riley Georgia. Madison was the youngest of the children, and she would bring treats of meat to feed the fish. Manaki, a quiet boy, would lay on the river's edge and watch Tuna and Pātiki swimming. Sometimes he would put his hand in the water and gently touch Tuna's long, slippery body as she swam by. He could play all day with the fish. The children's pet dogs, Zena, Jess and Jackie Boy, often accompanied them to the river. One day, Tuna and Pātiki were having a wonderful time playing their games, and they didn't realise how far they had gone up the river. All of a sudden, something struck the water beside Pātiki, and then on the other side of him. Pātiki cried out to Tuna that something was happening. "There are tree trunks falling from the sky." The water became cloudy, and the trees were leaving holes in the mud. "I am afraid, Tuna." Tuna popped her head out of the water, and to her amazement she could see huge spotted beasts. The people called them cows, stomping and drinking from the river. Tuna called out to Pātiki, "Follow me to the other side." But Pātiki was afraid. "Don't worry, we'll hide under the boughs." Tuna led Pātiki under a bough, so that was hidden so no one could find them. When they got safely underneath, they found Kahawai and all the other families that lived in the river. "Don't be afraid," Tuna told everyone. "We'll hide here a while and then return to our homes on the other side." Kahawai began to cry. "But this is my home, Tuna, and I don't know where my family is." Tuna said, "We will help you find your family." "Thank you, Tuna," answered Kahawai. Then everyone turned home, staying hidden from the cows. Time passed and everyone forgot about the cows. One day they saw Kahawai and invited him to come and join them. They were having so much fun they forgot to stay close to home and found themselves way up the river, past where the cows were stomping. All of a sudden Kahawai cried, "I cannot breathe! What is happening?" Pātiki said, I can't breathe either. Oh, Tuna, the water doesn't taste like it usually does." Tuna popped her head out of the water and saw murky liquid spurting from a pipe in the river. It smelled bad. "Oh, no!" cried Tuna. "This is no good. If we stay here, we'll surely get sick." "But where can we go?" asked Pātiki. "I know," Tuna answered. "Let's go further up the river and find a safe place." "Ah!" Kahawai screamed. "I can feel the thick, stinky stuff all over me." Tuna panicked. "Me too! Tuna, take us to a clean place so that we can wash ourselves." "Follow me," said Tuna, for she was so quick and agile. They kept swimming beyond where they had ever gone before. Soon Pātiki said, "I think I'm breathing fine now. What was that stuff?" Tuna looked at them both sadly and said, "It is the stuff that people don't want anymore, so they throw it in the river, our home, to get rid of it." "I wish they would remember that we cannot breathe when they do that," said Pātiki sadly. They found a small spot of gravel at the bottom of the river and washed themselves by rubbing backward and forwards over the pebbles until they were clean. "What are we going to do about this?" wondered the friends. "I don't know," said Tuna, "but perhaps our friends at Kohu Pātiki might help. They have to remind the people that it hurts us when they throw that murky stuff in our home." They all agreed, and Kahawai said, "Let's go home now. I'm so tired. It's been a long day." The twilight of the evening was glimmering above as they slowly made their way home. Tuna awoke the next morning and set out to find Pātiki. As she was swimming, she thought to herself, "I think the water is getting much warmer. It must be summer now." When she found Pātiki, she said, "Good morning. Do you notice how much warmer the water is getting?" "Yes," said Pātiki. "We will have to make sure we play where there is lots of shade if it gets too hot." "Yes," said Tuna, and they laughed and swam off. They were having so much fun they lost track of time and found themselves way up the river again. Here the weeds were as thick as a jungle. Pātiki struggled to get through, and even Tuna found it difficult to slip through with her sleek body. Pātiki was scared. "Oh, Tuna, why can't I get through? It's so thick. I think I'm stuck. The weeds have gotten caught in my fins. Help me, Tuna." "I'm stuck too," yelled Tuna, "and I don't know which way to go." Tuna struggled to free herself, but it was difficult. Then they heard a strange sound coming from further up the river. Tuna struggled to get her head out of the water, and what she saw sent a shiver through her body. "Pātiki, it's the machine that cuts the weeds. Hurry and free yourself, or we'll be cut up too." He and Tuna wriggled free just as the weed cutter came upon them. Within seconds they both escaped and swam to a clearing in the river, away from the machine. "Let's not tell anyone," cautioned Tuna. "Otherwise our parents won't let us come here again." "Why don't they remove some of the weeds? Don't they know that every year we have to swim up to our new home? If there are too many weeds, some might not make it." "Do you think we can find someone to help us?" asked Pātiki. "I hope so," Tuna said quietly. One day, just as the sun had set and dusk had come, Tuna and Pātiki were resting with their family and relatives, enjoying the gentle flow of the river under the boughs. Tuna sensed that something was about to happen. The elders of the family, who had learned a lot during their lifetime, warned the family to be on alert, but before they could do anything, a huge net dropped around them. "Pātiki, go to the bottom!" yelled Tuna. "It's a net! They're trying to catch us all!" There was thrashing and great confusion while Tuna and many of her family were caught in the net. "Pātiki, go for help!" screamed Tuna. "Where?" cried Pātiki. Maybe the children can help us," sobbed Tuna. At that, Pātiki swam with all his might towards Kohupātiki marae. He hoped the children would be there to help them. When Pātiki got to the bridge, he saw a relative of the children named Tama running towards those who were casting the nets. "Hey, what are you doing there?" he yelled at the fishermen. They jumped up in surprise and took off with Tuna and her family in their boat. Pātiki pleaded with the older cousin, "Please help my friends." Later that night, Tuna snuck down to the bridge with some of his friends. He could see the net glistening in the moonlight, with Tuna and her family trapped inside. There was no one around, so he quickly climbed down to the water's edge and set them free. "Thank you for helping us," cheered Pātiki. "No worries," said Tama. Pātiki and Tuna hugged each other with their fins as they thought they would never see each other again. "We must be careful," said Tuna. "It is commercial fishing season, when fishermen come and catch as many of us as they can, even whole families. But you know what, Pātiki? We have some good friends along the Ngāruroro River who are watching out for us." "We sure do," Pātiki agreed. Time passed quickly for Tuna and Pātiki, and soon it was time for the run to happen for Tuna's family. "Pātiki, I must be leaving soon, just before the full moon," said Tuna. "My family is moving up the river to live. You can come too." "Oh, Tuna, I cannot leave my family, but maybe we will meet again in a new place and be able to play hide and seek again." Tuna smiled. "Before we leave, let's go and say goodbye to the children at Kohupātiki." The next morning they set off for Kohupātiki. When Tuna popped her head out of the water, she saw so many people on the riverbank, laughing, eating and singing. The people call it a hue. When she saw this, Tuna knew she had to tell Pātiki why their species was so special to the people here. "Pātiki," she said wisely, "there comes a time in our lives when some of us give ourselves to the people as a gift to be eaten. This is our way of being part of the circle of life, and that's why they sing songs about us and help to make sure our water is clean." Just then, Madison, Manaki and Riley, Georgia and all the other cousins came to greet them. "Tuna and Pātiki, I have wonderful news for you," said Manaki. "We are gathered here because the people have made an important decision to protect you forever from the cows and the cutting machine and the bad smells and the waste that is channeled into the water. We will take care of this magnificent river and keep her clean. We will plant trees to shade her as she flows out to the great ocean. And then all the birds and insects will come and help. Uncle Tom, Tawhana, Benny Boy and Ani and our family and our grandchildren, Ebenezer, Jessie, Jack and Maihi will follow your movements and your health. So you see, Pātiki and Tuna, we are all here to help to take care of you and your friends in the river too." Everyone celebrated. Soon it was time for Tuna and Pātiki to leave and for Tuna to depart on her great journey inland. Jessie, Jackie and Zena, the children's pets, came to say goodbye too, and they wagged their tails in farewell. "I'm sure we will meet again. Thank you for being our friends," they both said. "Goodbye, friends of Kohu Pātiki. Goodbye, Tuna and Pātiki." The people all stood on the bank and watched as Tuna and Pātiki were out of sight. They all pledged inside their hearts and to each other that it was their job to love and keep safe what had been given to them and to their descendants who will come after. Everyone began to sing a special song, Toku Whakarerere, in remembrance of the wonderful Ngāruroru River and of their friends, Tuna and Pātiki. Toku whakarerere, nā roi mata aku ka mō, re te tonu ki te rere, o te awa a Ngāruroro. Kore rawa e mutu, te aroa hawa e aho, haere rā e nā mate, aroha roha nui. Tēnei rā te whānau, ahine ahu one, he mihi tangi atu ne, ki a koutou I te iwi. Tāne nui arangi, te whare tūpuna, anaira o moko puna, aroha